Greetings, everyone. Test and measurements, week 3 of the semester. So, so far so good. Hope everybody's doing well and staying COVID free and safe. So, this week we're going to talk about correlation and prediction. So, um, so the objectives for this week are to calculate statistics to understand the relationship between variables. Um, and so calculate and interpret the Pearson product moment correlation, coefficient, and the standard error of estimate. And then use scatter plots to interpret the relationship between variables. And then finally differentiate between simple and multiple correlation. And so when we start talking about correlation, we're looking at, we're trying to determine whether, one thing is related to the next. So with regard to health and human performance, I'll make up, a simple, equation, and let's see if there's some correlation. So in the textbook, I think it's like push-ups and sit-ups and then like male, female. Would be the variables. So let's think about that. Or I think it's body weight. I think it's push-ups, sit-ups, body weight, male, female. So those are the variables. And so you're looking at, okay, does body weight have anything to do with the amount of pull-ups or push-ups or sit-ups that someone can do? And does gender matter? Or is it a combination of gender and body weight? So those are kind of things that you look at when you start looking at correlation and prediction. And so after you look to see if there's a relationship, then you can possibly make a prediction that, hey, you know what? If a 180-pound person is going to be able to do more push-ups or pull-ups than the 220-pound person. And so you can see that that's a prediction that seems to be based on body weight. So we didn't include gender in that particular equation. And so this week, you're going to talk about the Pearson product moment correlation, or R. So coefficient, R coefficient, or ppm. And so it goes from -1 to 1, and an R of 0 indicates that there's no relationship. And so the other thing you're going to see are pull-ups. And so pull-ups versus chin-ups and the number completed. And so once you see pull-ups and chin-ups on a scatter plot, or number of pull-ups versus number of chin-ups, then you can begin to speculate, okay, what other variables come into play? So we know that chin-ups are typically done with an overhand grip. So if we pronate here with an overhand grip versus supinate, and now we have a different muscle activation. So from that, we may be able to make another determination. We may be able to add an additional variable to that thought process. And so calculating R. So this week you'll be calculating R. You'll be doing standard error of measurement, as well as standard error of estimate, and looking at scatter plots. So you also have a open book quiz, open resources, open book, and there won't be any time limit on the quiz, and give you the opportunity to play around with some of the math associated with test and measurement. So if you have any questions, if you need anything, you need to have some time to go over, anything, then reach out to me via email or Starfish to set an appointment. So have a great week, and talk to you soon.